Hey there YouTube, Superbrain AK here, and look at this Bertha. This is the supercapacitor module that I got from Amazon that is going to go inside the UPS. So that is going to be this part of the master plan. So the supercapacitor module, XT90 into the UPS with a fuse. And then XT90 to the bus bar to the 18650 packs. So it's basically a big buffer. So that way all the current mostly gets drawn from this, and then the 18650s can get a small load they can give a small load. So yeah, so what it comes with, I think this is from CSD Well, and you can see it at the bottom there, and the capacitors in it are the 360 farad ones. There is another type that comes pre-soldered with the Maxwell 350 farad ones, but those give a higher peak. The Maxwell ones give a higher continuous current. These give a higher peak current. So I was like, how does that work? But anyway, went with these. These are cheaper, more farads. Yeah. So yeah, be at the bank, soldered up with the protection board. And then you get this big old resistor, a 50 watt 2.5 ohm resistor on this little board, which has one big old screw here, and then you've got a small length of pretty hefty gauge wire. It doesn't say. What is that? Can't really see. Here, let's try red. About 5, 6, 7, 8, 4 millimeters squared. Whatever that is in American wire gauge, which is the only one I know. So yeah, that, and then comes with these little guys, which is just a shorting bar that comes across it. That way when you get it, it's shorted out. Then you get some business cards. And yeah, so I've got it connected to the DP30V5A, and let's give it 5A. See how quick this charges. 5 amperes. Ready, set, go. Two volts. Let's go to 16.1. And I have already done a charge and discharge test, and I've tested all the protection circuits, which work pretty well. And all the capacitors are more or less balanced. Maybe we'll see that. You won't see it because the voltage is changing too quickly. 6 volts. And so maximum voltage on this is 16. So I'm going to give it 16.1 so you can make sure all the capacitors are topped up. He's getting a little warm. Just a heatsink because it's going through that diode. It's been 2 minutes. Man, that takes a pretty decent amount of time. So, with using 4S, I won't be able to fully charge my lithium batteries because (16.2) is its maximum. Divide that by 4, and that's 4 volts per shell. So that's not quite gonna work. But that'll at least keep the batteries from going all the way full, I guess. But I'm going to be really limited in watt hours, so technically I really need a 7S pack of the supercapacitors. But we're at 14.5. He's getting toasty. Inductor's still cold. Oh. This is only a 65 watt Dell power supply. And I'm putting 80 watts. Whoop. There we go. Pretty, isn't it? Wowzers. Yep, they're getting warm. Turn it off. That one just went off first, then that one, then that one, then that one, then that one, then that one. That's cool. Let's zoom in on that. Focus. There you go. So it's got some sort of triple transistor arrangement. Probably one of those is a reference diode. And alright, let's bring the current down. Boing. 500 milliamps. Wow, that's hardly doing anything. There we go. You can see it brighter over there. As I turn the current down by 100 milliamps. The light's dim. But if you go too much, and yeah. So we're at 15.98, putting 500 milliamps in. Turn it off, 15.96. So yeah, it's fully charged. I'm just kidding. That thing would probably instantly fry. So yeah, well now I have to discharge it again. Oh well. Well, maybe see a runtime test of a fan. Or something like that. Anyway. There we go. Just gotta wire it up. And then, I don't know. Maybe I'll put it in the UPS, configure it for 16 volts maximum, and whatever the minimum voltage it'll go to. We'll see. So yeah, catch you in the next vid.